What's going on, you Australian frilled neck lizards? Today we're back with another Deadlock play-by-play. We're going to be playing some Lash today. We're actually watching back a gameplay that I recorded a few days ago, and I've actually spammed a Lash since this gameplay, and I've improved at him a ton. So I was considering maybe I'll just go for another gameplay, show you guys what I've been cooking up on him. But I figured we could still learn a lot from this gameplay, and if I remember correctly, it ended up being like a pretty good game as far as how close it was, and I think there's a fun ending, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But nonetheless, let's get into the gameplay, the commentary and everything, because we're already starting out this lane. We're going to be against Fineokay, which actually isn't too bad of a matchup. You have a ton of movement to get to her in the air. You can pull her out from the air with your ultimate. You know, it's actually pretty easy to lane against her, in my opinion. We're actually in the side lane as well, which is not typically where you want to be as a Lash, just because he's so good at roaming and ganking lanes and that mid tower. So if you actually max your Lash one, I think we get a kill here maybe. Yeah, this guy was just not prepared for the heavy charge into 3 combo. A nice auto cancel basically is what you do there. You could play super aggressive on the first wave as Lash because you level your 3 at level 1. And it's a heal, and it's very unmissable. You can hit multiple minions plus enemy character with it. So that's why we were able to kind of get some pressure on that first wave. He played up into it, and we kind of just hit him plus minions and got a ton of value out of it. So then he got poked. We poked him at tower line, and kind of got a kill off it. I went high velocity mag, which usually I basically always go monster rounds on the Lash now, just because he's so good at roaming, so it can help you a lot with farming the jungle camps. But high velocity mags is also good, just for denying souls like we're doing here. And it's also good against Fineokay because Fineokay actually has the highest velocity bullets in the entire game. So something to think about. Nice little, maybe match her velocity a little bit when it comes to stealing souls. But get some nice poke off. He's also poking, but yeah. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, so side lane Lash is not exactly where you want to be. It's not prime time. Also, if you're wondering, this is recorded the same day I recorded that Viscous game. So if it looks like I didn't really learn anything from that Viscous game, it's because I never watched it back and tried to learn from it, you know? But anyway, we are actually doing a decent job at getting souls at the tower line, which is something I've been bad at lately. But yeah, you basically want to be in mid because if you max Lash one, you can actually sit on the mid tower, which is the tallest point in the game that you can sit at without getting hit by the electricity stuff. And you can slam people with the max one because the one actually works off based on how high you slam to the ground from. We were both low there. The Fineokay kind of just played up. We were trying to look for, she was maybe trying to look for an outplay, but our 3 was back up. It is a long cooldown, so if you can kind of keep track of that, if the Lash uses the 3 in lane, you know, maybe for the next 30 seconds, you can look for interplay on him. But mine came back up. He was low. We were low. We were able to get the 3 off, and basically just as a kill. So you kind of got to get creative if you're playing Lash in the side lanes. Now, Lash isn't even that bad of a laner, so it's not necessarily that. It's just that you really want to be able to use that mobility. He has crazy mobility. That's why I love this character. Like I said, I've been spamming him lately, and we actually have already killed the tower. We did have the monster rounds, which does work on structures, by the way. It's so broken. I'm starting to kind of buy it on everyone. That was a bad 2 by me. Again, there's going to be some mistakes in this gameplay. Like, this is a horrible movement. He gets poked for it, but we have ult and he doesn't. He's at 1.5k souls. You get your ult at 3k souls, so that's something you should constantly be looking at when you're looking to make plays. But we already got the tower. Now, getting tower this early can actually be a big downside. Definitely true in this game. It's been true in other MOBAs because waves are so important in this game that you have to play pretty far up to get your souls. If they just like kind of freeze the wave and bring it back towards their side, you could just easily be susceptible to a gank. It's going to be a lot harder for you to clear that wave and then rotate because you're going to be further like on their side of the map. You're further away from your own zip line maybe, unless the wave's pushed, of course, but your own shop, stuff like that, you know. But the main important part is that you're going to have to push up pretty far for the waves. I've kind of standardized a build that I'm going. I love to go a spirit build on Shiv. Spirit and kind of tank. Super ability based. I basically don't go any weapon items besides like monster rounds. Maybe a mystic shot because I'm going a lot of spirit, and mystic shot scales off of your spirit. So some stuff like that, but I love maxing my 1 and going a full spirit build. I like to go extra charge. I like to go majestic leap, just have a ton more mobility. And then I basically just go like burst, improve burst. I get reach, and then I put improve reach on my ult so you can reach people from farther away, obviously. And this is where Lash really makes a name for himself, even though he's an asshole, of course, is just running around and farming the trinkets and stuff. Teammate says you can dunk on her, so I make the play. The tower was already dead, and I was kind of being silly there. You know, probably could have pulled the trigger a lot faster there, but like I said, some mistakes here. First game of the day as well. Copium. But yeah, I've been spamming him a ton lately. I think he's quickly becoming my favorite character. What I love about him is there's so much versatility in this game, but sometimes it also feels like, you know, everybody can just be built like weapon damage. And I feel like you could do that on Lash, but he's one of the few characters where I feel like he's very ability focused. Like maximizing how good you are at using his abilities plus movement is like the key difference maker with this character, as opposed to maybe some others that, you know, there's definitely some other examples of that in the game, but definitely want to get cooldown in as well. I've been going extra stamina on like most of my characters. I think extra stamina is especially good on characters where movement is super important. So like I love Lash, I love Pocket, I love Viscous. All those characters very movement based. We have our wave push and everything, and it's pretty far up, so I'm like, all right, I'll just go gank, and that's what I'm good at. Pretty noob of me to get hit by that stun, but able to get into the air with our 2, into our ult combo, into our 1. This should just be a free kill. Run out of ammo, and he's 1 HP. Able to get the 2 into the 1 off. Kind of sucks I have to use my 2 important cooldowns here when there's a Vindicta hitting me, just to get the kill, but it's fine to just secure that. But that's what Lash is so good at, and that's why you want to play him in these middle lanes instead of a side lane, because you can just rotate from lane to lane. You get a lot of ganks off, farm the jungle, yada yada yada. Monster rounds, huge. I've been going on most people, and like I said, it works on structures. I feel like it's, I don't know, it's just such a sick item. There's so much value in it. Like, it literally makes you start 2 bursting the minions, basically, with your monster rounds, which is just crazy for farming. It helps a lot with the jungle camps, especially because you're not building something that's necessary. That was a weird interaction. You're not building a build that's necessarily great at just like hyper farming the red camps or like any of the strong camps in the game. So yeah. Yeah, I've been loving extra stamina monster rounds, and basically I get improved spirit as well, and then I get boundless spirit late game. Just basically a full spirit build, and I promise you, if you're using your movement well, if you're getting your majestic leap off, or you're getting to these like high points in the map like mid tower, and you're able to 2 into a 1, you are going to do a crazy amount of damage with your 1. You're gonna one-shot people basically, and it's a ton of fun. I highly recommend trying it out. Not at past, we're not past 10 minutes, so last hitting those souls in the air aren't as important, but it's something to look out for. Definitely got better at this over the past few days, but playing like on top of buildings and stuff on Lash is just so nice. You can basically permanently stay in the air between your 2 charges, your majestic leap and such. I know my ult's coming up pretty soon here, so I know I could probably make a play on this guy. Hit the dash jump off, hit the 2. Don't have my 1. You can't 1 anyone in the air, so this guy tries to get away. I didn't think he was going to go on the zipline there, because that was just a guaranteed death for him to get stunned and killed. But the Ivy comes over, so I try to ult her and throw her away so we can try and get out. Don't actually remember what happens here. Turn around to get my 3. The 3 at just base is actually pretty far. It's pretty easy to hit no matter where they are. It's surprisingly far. I don't even have Mystic Reach, which is an item that I do go now. It's another item I try and slot in. A lot of spirit items. Just because it makes it a little bit easier for everything. It helps with your ult early game before you get that improved reach to imbue it later on. Doing a decent job with this side lane Lash, just rotating to the closest lane, getting some picks. Pulling over some aggro from their Ivy to try and help out. Just farming effectively, as effectively you can. Those monster rounds, one-shotting. That was a really new movement by me. Let's not talk about it, guys. Try and help out this pocket because Vindicta's rotating. I probably could have pushed away before I did that. It's always good to do that. But they're pushing the green lane, so I decided to help out. I think he pulled the zipline as well there. I don't know why he did that, but it's just a free kill. Nice. Pocket gets the kill. Your combo on Lash is basically 2. Sometimes you jump, especially if you haven't maxed, into your 1, into your 3, into just like autos. Maybe a melee. Sometimes you can melee them while they're knocked up. I decided to rotate over, but my team's not nearby, and there's like 3 people here, and I also noticed the McGinnis is around. I get a nice knock up. You can also 3 midair. I do that a lot nowadays. Unlucky, I get sniped by the Vindicta. You're gonna notice that I int a few times this game. You know, I was trying to get active. Trying to get warmed up, you know? But we end up killing the McGinnis for this, so it's not too bad. But we gave a kill to the Vindicta who was behind. She was behind us, so she got a revenge kill. I don't know if that actually works in this game, but do want to be roaming and getting active. I was also sitting on a lot of souls there. Went ahead and already got the rapid recharge, which is good for your 2. Just being able to spam that, super, super important for your mobility. Good for getting out, good for engaging. But decided not to go for her just because there's a lot of minions under my tower. Plus, she has her ult. She used it, so she's probably out. No point.
Look out for Mirage.
Keep farming up, keep our tower alive. I think I int a few times this game. Just a simple no stam, jump onto the bridge there. I highly recommend you to get used to doing that. It's nice, especially for the laning phase, even though we're kind of out of that now because we're roaming as Lash. But also because we killed the tower pretty early. I don't know what's going on here. There's no way they ever kill me here. Another tip, you can do that there when if there's a Viscous ulting, it's going to be harder for him to hit you up there. If a Warden, not a Warden, a Abrams is pushing, you know, there's a lot of abilities that are kind of like operating at ground level. If you just jump up there, they're never going to hit you. I can test this. They have no kill potential. It's a weird ult by Viscous anyway. Getting really good. Remember that you can actually 2 your own structures or your own allies as well. So it's very good for getting away. Ton of mobility on Lash. I highly recommend getting really good at it, practicing it between Majestic Leap, your 2s, your double jumps, getting extra stamina so you can get some dash jumps off. All that. You become a menace. In fact, maybe I can show you a clip after we kill this Mirage of a cool little movement play I had on stream the other day. I was just basically waiting to see if anybody else was here because I was like, this guy is surely baiting, right? And then it turns out he wasn't, so I was like, all right, let's go in on him. Get the nice 2 combo into the 1, and I get it off again after I throw him into tower. It's just free. Before I went in on him as well, something I highly recommend you do is whenever there's a situation like that where you're going against somebody you weren't laning against, check the souls, see what they're looking like. You know, if you go to the souls and they're 2k of souls ahead of you, okay, not only is this guy fed probably, but he also is probably pretty good. So he might not just be an idiot. He's probably baiting or, you know, that kind of thing. I checked there. I was actually ahead of him. I was like, okay, I could probably win this. So ult was up. Everything was up. We win the fight. But like I said, I was basically just waiting to see if he was baiting for somebody. He wasn't. There's some souls there. That's why I was shaking my screen. What was I talking about? There's something I was talking about before that. But yeah, got a wave push, got the kill in the Mirage, so we're roaming again. Get our nice 2-1 combo into some autos, into our 3-off. I don't know if I built exactly how I build now that I've played a lot more Lash. I don't think I built exactly how I do that now in this game. So I can tell you guys just some items that I would have replaced or actually had in the build as we go along. Still roaming. It's going to take off me to the big guys, so we just do the smalls and chill. I do have Majestic Leap now. I heard the Great Talent ulting here, so I was like, all right, I'm going to go find this guy. If I get on top of him, it's very hard for him to deal with me. And that's what we're doing. He's kind of just screwed. Get a heavy charge off into a quick melee, and he's dead. He might have been able to parry that, but I'm really full HP with my 2s up. There's nothing you can do. Those little spots where you can Majestic Leap over are super sick. Like, there you go. That's one of the most satisfying things in the game, is doing something like that. Now, I get this Vindicta very low in Chaser. Kind of a little bit overzealous here, but we were able to get the kill. That's 2 kills now. And I might have been able to live here. I don't know what actually happened. Maybe I do live. But there's just nowhere for me to go, really. And I have the thing. I have the Mirage 3 on me. It got me to 40 HP. Plus, Viscous was coming, so I figured I was dead. So I just tried to turn, do what I could. I might have been able to get out there, but... So yeah, I Majestic Leaped over that wall. That's a perfect spot for Majestic Leap, by the way. It's so fun. You're like in this tight corridor, and you can get right over that ledge and go back down and change your direction. Of course, if you didn't know that, I have a movement guide on it, but you can change your direction with Majestic Leap. If you leap, you click the button, and mine's on Z. If you click Z, it drops down, that's where you can switch your direction. You click that. So if you're trying to go down like a tight corridor, just click Z again in the direction that you want to go. You can literally 90-degree switch. But yeah, it's so fun to go Majestic Leap and then also double jump and just slam dunk on somebody with the Lash one. One of the most satisfying things in this game. Like I said, quickly becoming like my favorite character. I think I've played him maybe like 6 or 7 times in the past couple days on stream. Been spamming him. So much fun. But yeah. An example of having to push pretty far up for our wave because the tower's dead. It's later in the game and I'm pretty safe now. Just Majestic Leaping for farming and getting some height on my 1 because like I said, once it's maxed, it actually scales off of the height. So we can kind of just one-shot that. I grabbed the vent. That spawns after 10 minutes and it's super important. It's a super good buffs. The buffs are crazy on that, so you definitely want to be getting them. Make sure you're shooting boxes, statues, all the trinkets, I call them. Make sure you're getting those. Those add up over the course of the game like crazy. And they're super, super nice. And getting all those, like as you're roaming the map, versus not getting them, that's going to be a huge difference maker in your farm game. Keep wanting to put like threaten on this green lane, just because I'm so close. Vindicta gets a nice 2 off to get away from me, sadly. I thought it was just 2 here, but it turns out there was 3. And I basically just int. And while McGinnis is just pulling the whole time. Or pushing, rather. Bad movement by me there. That's definitely would not have made that play after how much I played Spam Lash. But it is what it is. We int again. Like I said, there's going to be a few times I int this game. A lot of, there wasn't too much like calming and stuff going on this game, so. Good job by that Pocket. Pocket is insane. What a character. He's so fun though. Speaking of Mirage as well, these guys are killing Mirage. I've also been playing him a little bit more lately. I didn't really like him before. I felt like his ult was out of place, but I've been enjoying him again. Yeah, so that gank, not something you really want to do. Your team's not around. Bit silly by me. We're just making the game interesting, of course. So yeah, what items do we have here? We have our rapid recharge, we have improved cooldown, we have mystic burst, which we need to get into improved burst. That's super important. Like I said, I like to go a little bit of combination of a spirit plus tank items. I like to go Colossus late game as well, among some other things. Kind of depends on the game a little bit. We have the mystic shot and the monster rounds, which I do basically go always on him now. I really like those. Also helps with farming. Go to this Viscous because he's pretty far up, and I was like, alright, I can gank him, maybe get my ult off, but we force his ult for free, so we'll take it. I was like, yeah, maybe we can chase, but it's all good. Still got my ult up and everything. Get the superior cooldown. Do I get that here? I think I usually, sometimes I'll get superior cooldown and I'll put it on my 1 actually, because the more often that's up, combined with the rapid recharge on your 2, you can just spam that in team fights. And I'm telling you, with the 1 maxed and all that spirit built, you're really building for that. You can do a ton of damage. Sometimes you get mystic reverb on the 1. But no matter what you do, I should have got these souls here. That was bad by me. I saw that guy. I shift my camera. Because now that it's after 10 minutes, all these souls are very, very important to shoot. Another little wall jump combo, except I forgot that guy shoots you with the electricity. I'm surprised that shoots you there. Whereas like the mid tower, all the way up there doesn't shoot you. Pretty weird. I hear the Grey Talon ult, so I back up here. I love extra stamina, man. I've just been buying it on everybody. It can be super helpful for being aggressive as well. It'll net you a lot of damage and kills because you're chasing people down, getting in range for melees, getting in range for people around corners with your shots and everything, your abilities. I think I asked my team there if he wanted to fight green because they're all there and I was ready to fight, but
I'm done here.
McGinnis gets the kill on yellow, which is unlucky. I'm probably not going to be able to fight green because our team is pushing blue and we need to defend yellow, so I decided to back up. Go to my Majestic Leap. This is where it's sick for getting your 1 off, but it was bad by me. I thought the McGinnis was back, but she's actually ahead of the turrets. I'm just waiting for my team now with my ult. These turrets are slamming me, by the way, so I gotta be a little bit careful. But we are able to get our ult off and one into tower. But somehow the Geist dies, and I think it's just because of McGinnis turrets, dude. McGinnis turrets are so troll. If she sets up a position with her turrets, it's so hard to fight into her. Now, one counter I found is the Alchemist, the Alchemy Fire, whatever it's called. It's the alchemy item. If all the turrets are in one spot, you can just throw that down and it can really get it. But I was not able to hit my one there, but this McGinnis should be dead eventually anyway. Get the kill, which is good. But those turrets, man. Especially if she gets slows for her turrets, it's insane. Don't know why I AFK'd there for a second, but... Big kill on McGinnis. She did get our walker, though, so they got a flex slot off of that. If you didn't know, every time you kill a walker, which is basically the Phoenix if you're from Smite in this game. Or I guess it's the tier 2 technically, but it's more like a Phoenix. You get a flex slot. And the flex slot, you can build whatever... type of item in, even if you have 4. So if I have one flex slot, but I have 4 spirit items, I can build another spirit item. So then I have 5 spirit items, even though there's a max to them. So flex slots just help you flex. I was able to pull this guy, but sadly there's a ton of interactions like that where it, if there's like some sort of obstacle or something with like height in the way, you'll hit them on that. I think I do it multiple times this game, so it's a bit unlucky I wasn't able to pull him before he got through the hole, but he got through the hole through him, and I wasn't able to chase after him. But 100% want to be getting on top of Vindicta and Great Talons and stuff as Lash. You have a ton of chase down potential. Get a nice Majestic Leap off into our one. Got some good damage off. It wasn't a ton of height, so you see it didn't burst that much, but it was still a good engage and got them poked and maybe could have chased. This is a nice little spot to actually shoot the walker. Of course, it'll step back and hit you, but they're not going to be looking here a lot of the time, so you can get a lot of poke. Like, look at those monster rounds. I just did like 2,500 damage to that. 2 off my ally to get away from them. I also went Warpstone this game, which is another item I often go on Lash, not only to set up for my ult, because you can Warpstone in the air, grab all of them with your ult, and then throw them the opposite direction, but it's also just good for farming and for roaming, which again is what Lash wants to do. So yeah, 2 off my teammate to get away. It was a little bit sketchy because Vindicta might have been able to snipe us, but we're going to improve Spirit so we can get Boundless Spirit later on. So once it's even harder, I just look at the map to see where I need to push a wave, but not only that, McGinnis again. Every McGinnis, they all do the same thing. They just split push. I should have got some more height there so I could get my one hit really hard. Warpstone in the air, like I said, to get my ult off. Throw her really far, get a nice 2-1 combo off. But McGinnis is, she's got 30k souls, so I'm a noob there. I forgot that you can't go up into the base from there. And we get a nice 2-1 off. This is what every McGinnis does, by the way. They just split push. It's crazy. And it's, I mean, it's strong because she wins a lot of low 1v1s if she sets up her turrets. She was winning there. She was 5k souls ahead of me, but you got some nice plays off. I remember I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use this gameplay because I play pretty bad, and I've played a bunch more Lash lately, and I'm a lot more comfortable on him. Honestly, he's probably like my favorite character. Then I watched back some of this game, and I was like, honestly, pretty fun. It's a pretty good game. You can use it. Not that I would ever upload a bad game, because I've done that plenty of times, but and we're improving every day, you know. Look at that farm, so fun. Majestic Leap is such a cool item. Remember, you can't use Majestic Leap when you're in combat with enemy heroes. If a minion is hitting you, you can Majestic Leap. Objective, no matter what. But if a hero is hitting you, you can't. So it's often fine to just use it to like get to a place to farm. Even if like they came there, it's not like I need my Majestic Leap up to like survive. I'm gonna be using my 2s and stuff. Now, this is a little bit sketchy. No one is even close on the map. I get these things on the roof, and then I go into, what is this called? The Gambler Dome, the Sinner's City, Sinner Sacrifice. I'm like, oh my god, both of their machines are up. I'm getting these. I was like, this must be a little bit sketchy that they might be coming here. They probably hear me. No one else is around on my team. I thought maybe like 1 or 2 people might show up. I knew that when I was doing it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it anyway. I don't care. Look at all this farm I'm stealing from them, you know? But I was like, oh shoot, the whole team's there. And this guy gets a sick Vindicta one off, bro. I literally mid-Majestic Leap, and he tethers me down. I try to put this movement on him, but McGinnis gets a nice wall. Do a Vindicta snipe. That was super greedy by me. Another int. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that. I hit the mic. Another int spot. Should never do that. I mean, realistically, if I'm 100% trying to win that game, I'm just going to be out of there because my team's nowhere nearby. And I knew that in the moment, so that was silly by me. A lot of inting, guys. I'm sorry. Well, we did deny those camps. We got everything there. Every single minion, so we at least denied some farm. But if they fought right now and I wasn't up, I might have costed my team. So right there, I was just checking. Something you should often do if you're trying to be a little bit more tanky is to check what they're kind of investing their stuff into. I saw that they were a little bit of both, but I was a little bit more so spirit. So I get some spirit armor because, like I said, I like to be a bit more of like a tanky ability-based Lash. Sometimes I just go full one-shot with no tank. But yeah, decided this game I'll be a little bit tanky. Maybe set up for the team a little bit more.
I got magic carpeting.
Because we're kind of, our team comp is we got quite a few carries on our team, to be honest. So we decided to pull mid boss here. We got 2 picks. We also have one of our teammates dead, but it's all good. Monster rounds also works on mid boss, I believe, so that's pretty crazy. They are coming by, so we probably should have just baited this. I don't know if it was good to just full commit to this. We get a nice 2 onto the Great Talon to get on top of her. Like I said, you basically gonna do that. I was trying to figure out where this guy went. Unlucky that he was in the air for that. Would have one-shot him with the one there. While we chased him, they were able to steal the Rejuvenator, sadly. Well, and the freaking Viscous is cooking everyone. He got that guy in the corner and one-shot him, bought so much time with his cube and everything. 7 ulted, I don't know why. Nice melee off into an auto, get the kill. So they stole Rejuve off of us. Probably badly played by me. I probably should have stayed with my team and healed for them. We chase out this Vindicta though. Again, Vindicta, Great Talon. Just get on top of them. Ruin their day, please. I'm like calling to my team, oh, we can chase this guy. I have ult for him and everything, but nobody's there. So I was like, okay, I'll do it myself. Literally deja vu. Earlier this game, I chased out a Vindicta and killed him and died for it. All good though. Getting one of their rejuves off them, I'd say is probably worth. And it was towards their side of the map, so it's gonna buy us some time as well. Because like if you kill them in that same situation, if you're on your side of the map and you're just like leading them all to your base, which is where they want to be anyway. But if we're on their side of the map and get the pick, it just buys us a bit more time. So I'll take that. Plus, it's always nice to ruin a Vindicta's day. Am I right, guys? I'm not an asshole. Deciding between, this is when I was like still trying to figure out how exactly I wanted to build Lash. Deciding between like improved burst or improved reach. 100% I rush improved burst now. Because I maxed my one. I want to have that improved burst so my one absolutely slams. But of course when you do want to get improved reach eventually. That guy was getting spam stunned. Was he doing the ethereal shift tech? I couldn't tell. But you get that improved reach for your ult, of course. Just so you can hit them from further away. Super good for that. When you start your ult, people are gonna back up. So improved reach can help with that a lot. Try to kind of play the option. I heard that the Vindicta was playing up on the roof, so just a free kill. So much, dude. Lash is so much fun, dude. This move is so sick. There's that damage. Boom. Unlucky. It took no damage. He had a shield, but I was able to hit her with my ult and throw her back to my Infernus. So we should just get a kill off of that. That's the movement though. Warp Stone over the sign into a 2 because I see the enemies. Get a nice 1 off. That would have done a lot of damage if she didn't have shields. Double 2 with the rapid recharge to chase this Mirage. Get my heal off. He lifts me, but my teammates are nearby. My Infernus is. Unlucky the 1 doesn't hit though. Look how many 3s or 2s he can get off. I get a nice 3 off. A Warp Stone over the Viscous. I jump over his ult so he doesn't stun me. I was like, alright, I'm gonna go up top here, buy myself some time for my cooldowns. Now watch this. This is so silly. I get my 3 off, so nice heal. I 2 over him, and I'm like, alright, let's go back in, because Infernus is still around. And my one literally doesn't, it like hits like the smallest crevice of the edge, so it just doesn't hit him. I have no idea why that didn't hit. I would have healed a little bit off that as well. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I do like to go Spirit Lifesteal as well. Because you're going to be doing a lot of spirit damage. You're going to heal extra with your 3. You're going to be healing every time you slam dunk them with your 1, which is going to do a lot of damage. Basically, you know, it's real nice. So I would have healed a decent amount there with my 1. Bought some more time for my 3 to come back up, more 2s, but for some reason my 1 didn't hit, so that was kind of sad. Infernus ends up dying as well, so unlucky for them. But we got ourselves a close game here. They have all of their I don't know what people call them. I guess they're the Guardians, but I call them the twins. The two little guys towards their base. They have all of theirs up, and I believe we have ours, or do we have just our? I guess we're about to see. What did I just build? What did I just build? I don't know if it's an item that I normally... Oh, Balance Spirit. Yeah, I normally go Balance Spirit, but I'd also have Improved Burst by this point as well. I decided to do these monster rounds, baby. Plus some Mystic shots. So yeah, it's a lot of... it's usually Mystic Reach, Burst, get some cooldown, extra stamina, Majestic Leap, probably a Warp Stone, monster rounds, late game Boundless Spirit. Kevlar is also good on him because you're going to want to get into the middle of the team fight and use your ult and then one off of it. So all that extra spirit it gives you is going to help your one hit even harder. So definitely a recommended item. And yeah, you could also consider going Refresher on this character for multiple ults in a fight, which is pretty cool. I haven't actually messed around with that too much. I need to. Sounds really fun. I was like, all right, I'm going to farm this and then go gank, which is what we do. Get a nice Majestic Leap off. I pull the Great Talon out of her ultimate and try and throw her towards my team, but my teammates are not nearby and I missed my one. I've considered maybe getting Improved Reach for my one as well, since it's more of a one-base build versus an ult-based build. But sadly, we would have done a lot of damage to that Great Talon, but we weren't able to hit the one. Plus, my team wasn't even nearby, so I probably should have looked at the map a little bit better there to see where they were. Get a nice combo off on the Mirage, chase him out to a melee. He buys himself a bit of time here. I missed my one. I was impatient with it. Always good to be just a little bit more patient with your one, because it's like your primary ability, you know? At least in this build. Majestic Leap was up. They hadn't hit me, so I had to leap away to try and survive. They are chasing me out, but I have too much movement between my Majestic Leap, my twos, and my Warpstone. And my CC on McGinnis, but Viscus is chasing us out. Two over him to get away. Chilling. You guys have all known this, but if you're fighting in base, it's very easy to get an ult and throw them into your fountain. Now, the fountain actually doesn't do a lot of damage. I see this Great Talon ulting again. Every time this Great Talon has started ulting, I've just chased her. That's kind of what you want to do, because she's super immobile. I kind of get punished for this. My ult, my 2, my 3 are all up, and I don't get any of it off. If I turned around in 3 there, I probably could have lived. Kind of want to be... You basically always want to be checking your cooldowns in those scenarios, and if I got my 3 off, maybe could have done something. Maybe a bit overzealous for me to chase, but my teammates clean up a little bit. They kill the Vindicta. They end up killing the Viscus as well, so I'd call it a bait, but
Mid-boss is a god.
do you guys hear this?
Yeah.
This guy says mid.
I don't think
Wait,
so.
I'm letting you guys listen.
Kinda just
He said mid-boss has got to be back soon, and I was like, is there any way to tell on the map other than like keeping a timer? And this guy goes, no, but it just kind of smells like it's about to be up, and then it spawned right away. I thought it was pretty funny. 7 pushing up and dying. This guy's doing 0 damage to the mid-boss. Oh yeah, remember, they stole the last rejuve, so let's see if they can steal this one. Let's see if we can get it. Oh, they dropped it anyway. The reason I say that is because I'm pretty sure they stole 2 rejuves this game from us. Sorry, spoiler alert. But we're back up. Gonna farm up a little bit more. I forget what item we bought here. I didn't see. Get a freaking nice ult off on this Great Talon. Off the zip line into a Majestic Leap. I tried to throw him to my team, but I think he might actually just get out. I kind of inted. If the Vindicta hit that, I would have died. So I took a lot of damage. 2 over my teammate to get towards mid because they're on the rejuve.
Ivy's gonna stop you guys. Ivy's gonna stop you guys. Get ready for it. And look at that shit.
I screwed that up big time. So they didn't steal it. They're just the ones who pulled it. That was a really bad 2-1 by me. Something I need to get better at is like the area around the mid or the rejuve. I often like mess that up. But anyway, I'm just trying to like be loosey-goosey here, trying to get out, get back into the fight. That's kind of how you play Lash. He's a very like in and out kind of character. This whole play style and being super slippery and annoying for the enemy team. Buying myself time for my cooldowns and everything, but we were kind of just losing that fight. But we got some picks. We got some of the rejuvenator off of them. So I decided since I was back in base, I was like, all right, where do I need to push? I look at the map. Left is getting it. Mega push, which by the way, that one just killed like 12 minions. It was so satisfying. It's so sick when there's a huge minion wave and you just one-shot it with an ability. So nice. Between monster rounds, Mystic Shot, and like all of your cooldowns and everything, it's actually super easy to farm as Lash. I go back to the team because it seemed like they're pushing down. It's like, okay, maybe we can go on this guy. Eh. Get off the zipline, shoot him in a little bit, get off again. McGinnis doing what she does best, just setting up. Here it is. This is the thing I was talking about. Another example where if there's like something in the way like that, she'll just land on top of it. So that was a bit unlucky. Could have maybe gotten a free pick on the McGinnis, but. This game I went Mystic Reverb for my. So always sell your extra regen at this point. So he's got the Mystic Reverb, put that on the 1. Again, it's a 1-base build. Another zipline into Majestic Leap combo. Get a huge look at that damage on the Mirage. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, this is just got to be a good fight. This guy got a free kill on Mirage. Our Mo dies, but just buying ourselves a little bit more time. Maybe we can get our Majestic Leap up, which we do, I believe. This guy 3-0 shifts midair. He's just in the middle of all of us, so he's dead. Bad of me to waste my 2-1 there, but this guy's also dead. Pocket gets a nice TP onto her. But it was bad of me to use my 2-1 to just try to get that last hit. Maybe you could call it confirming the kill, but we could have just like autoed her or meleeed, done a bunch of different stuff to keep the 2-1 out for maybe somebody else was nearby and could have got it off on time. I look for an ult here on this Ivy. It's so awkward. And then she runs away, sadly. It would have been pretty free, to be honest. That was actually able to reach her, and it did like 30%. They have waves pushing everywhere, so we're like, all right, we need to back up because they've respawned as well because they had rejuve. Sadly, we didn't get that pick on the Ivy. I maybe could have probably baited my team because I think I was calling that I could maybe ult the Ivy, so unlucky by me. And unlucky for my team. I get the improved bullet armor because they're also investing a lot into that. But I sold my extra stamina for it, which I do not recommend. I think having extra stamina basically all game, especially on a character like this, is like not mandatory, but it's very, very nice. So I wish I would have sold something else for it, especially because I don't think I ever upgraded my Mystic Burst into improved burst this game. Not what you want to do, I will say. 100% want to have improved burst, baby. It is so nice, so fun. At least for the 1 build. I saw that the Ivy was coming to me. They saw me on the map, and so Ivy started ulting over. So I was like, all right, I'll just back up. So they wasted Ivy ult. We're chilling. I forget how long this game was, but I do remember what happened at the end. Just you wait and see. So as far as like farming this game, we're at 49k souls at 37 minutes. Not the greatest, but not too bad. Been a lot of fighting, and I've inted a few times. If I didn't int those times, I'd probably be at like 55, maybe even 60 at this point. But hey, sometimes you gotta int. You gotta get active. It's fun to fight, you know? Plus you can learn a lot from just fighting a bunch, you know what I mean? You're putting yourself in the hyperbolic time chamber. Speaking of which, that new Dragon Ball game. I'm not even a Dragon Ball fan, but they're playing up, so I was like, okay, we can get a free pick on this Viscus, which isn't the greatest target to go on because he's so slippery, as you guys can see here. So not the best first target for a pick in a team fight, but we were able to get him, and I think maybe my team called his ult was down or something. Because if his ult is up, you're basically never killing him. Probably wouldn't even be worth to use all those cooldowns, but McGinnis is pushing left again, so I think we call it as a team to try and defend. Get the free pick on her. We already have 1 pick. We can get her as well, and then it's a 6v4.
Got him.
For some reason, the Grey Talon's chasing me here. Dude, this is super zealous by this guy. Overzealous. I was like, okay, let's just kill this guy. I don't know if we end up doing that, but get a nice Majestic Leap 2 off into a 1. Their team is there, though, so I Warp Stone to get into a better spot. Try and buy some time so my team can get by. Or get here. Unlucky, she Warp Stoned away, but look at that 3 damage. I think somebody called Vindicta was low, so I looked near and 3'd her. Chase this guy again, and now this is why things were interesting. As I'm pulling this guy at this point in the game, 39 minutes in, we have a close game, 287k souls to 285k souls. My game crashes. I was like, what? Oh, is this guy gonna kill me? He might just kill me because I'm just gonna be sitting there. I don't actually know how it works when it crashes. So yeah, my game crashes. I'm like freaking out. I'm not really freaking out, but I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. So I launched my game as fast as I possibly can. I'm thinking, dude, this is a close game. This is fun. Which, by the way, all the close games in Deadlock are so fun. Close games plus people calming, literally prime time gaming. Not even kidding. So I spawn back in, I get back into the game, and I'm over here, and I'm like, oh, okay. I look at the map, or look at the top, though. Great Talon isn't dead, so she didn't die somehow. I thought the Mo wasn't near me, so maybe he tried to chase her out, and she just got away, not sure. But yeah, I come back. So there is a problem where you disconnect or crash from a game. When you join the game back, you can't see anything on the map. I don't know if you guys see this, but I can't see any characters. I can't see my teammates. All I can see is the minions. I can't see the structure, so I don't really know what's going on. So I was trying to tell my team, like, hey, I don't know what's going on. But then they informed me that it just takes a little bit of time. After a little bit, it comes back. So that's what this guy just said.
It'll come back.
So if you do get DC'd from a game and this happens, you just got to give it a little bit of time, and then all the things will start showing again, thankfully. So I was like, team, tell me what to do. I don't know where to go. But yeah, some other recommended items, especially if you're going more of a tank route, because you're going to be in the middle of a fight. Metal skin can be good to buy yourself some time to get your cooldowns back. So like if you're against Haze, Ray, stuff like that, you can really buy yourself some time to get your cooldowns. Of course, this guy, all he wants to do is split push, so he's literally playing a corner in yellow. And I was like, okay, I'll just 2 away. Can't kill me. Wasting his time. He hops on the zip line and just zips away. That's all he's gonna do, man. I could have maybe baited for my team a little bit better, but they weren't necessarily prepared for it. We could maybe made that play if we called it out and baited it. But if that's not every McGinnis in a nutshell, I don't know what it is. It's so troll. She goes back to yellow again. You're gonna notice the end of this game. You're gonna know something funny, chat. I say chat. I'm doing a fucking play-by-play. Which, by the way, I think I'm getting to the point where at least on some characters I could probably do a live play-by-play. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. Definitely could do it. But I'm like, okay, if this guy's just gonna keep splitting, bro, let's just group up and fight. Let's just group and fight green, maybe. They are chasing out this Infernus like crazy. So I jump into the air and get a nice ult on the Great Talon, sadly. Well, not sadly, because we do get the kill on her instantly off that pick, so it's nice. But I swear I hit the Vindicta as well with my ult, so it's a bit sad. Maybe she CC muted or something with Unstoppable, but I'm like, okay, we just fight this. We got a free pick. Let's just chase him out. I get a nice leap into a 2, into another 1 combo, which, as you can see, does a ton of damage. I leap over the Vindicta, or Viscous ult, and this Mo gets a sick ult on the Viscous. So just another free pick. So that's 2 free picks. We get another. Somebody chased him out. I don't know who actually did. Another free leap. Bad one by me there. I should have 2'd and chased the Mirage even further, but we were able to get the kill anyway. So that's 4 picks now. We are putting a lot of pressure on their base. They do have some waves pushing up. They have waves in purple, and they have waves pushing down yellow. But do we care? Well, I guess we're going to find out. These turrets are slamming me. This pocket calls out the McGinnis' curse on the left here, so I turn around and go to combo her. I get a nice ult on her. She does have a nice wall, but I throw her towards the side to buy some time for my team to get around the wall. Wait for it to go down, so then we get the kill on her. The minions are pushing to our spawn, though, and I think somebody was like, somebody needs to push that spawn, but I think I was like, no, dude, let's just go. Just push this. They can't do anything. Look at that damage. Majestic leap into 1, trying to get to his base. So the minions are pouring down into our base. And we're like, where is this Viscous? Where is this guy? He went right. He literally ziplined away. I don't know if you guys saw that. So he's like, oh, he's going to try and base race us. We still have to buy some time to get this patron killed so it can transform. Ivy gets cursed. I'm like, all right, let's go on Ivy, guys. Get a nice knockout on him. I was like, where did he go? I shot into the air. That was so noob. Another 2-1 combo. things are happening. Okay, this is the most noob thing of all game. I literally just sat in the kudzu bomb the entire duration. It did 1700 damage to me, and escalating exposure did even more. But I don't know if you guys noticed that, but our Titan was about half HP. The Viscous ran to our base to try and kill it, and we basically base raced. And I sat in a kudzu bomb, and it one-shot me. So a lot of noob plays that game, a lot of inting, but we ended up doing 52k damage. It was a fun game. It was close. It was a base race. And yeah, it was enjoyable. Like I said, I've been playing Lash a ton more. I've gotten much better at him, much more comfortable with the movement especially. So yeah, I can maybe show you guys a thing or two next time. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two from the build as well that I talked about. Some of the gameplay, how to pull off some of the combos. But that's basically it. Let me know what you guys want to see next, what character you would like to see next. Stay safe and healthy as always. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.